Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. We have been telling you about the ongoing student protest in Bangladesh. Today marks the 49th day of the movement. The students are still on the streets demanding two things. 1, the resignation of the education minister, and 2, the dissolution of parliament. They also want fresh elections. Their movement began after a deadly attack on students at the University of Dhaka. Since then, it has spread to other parts of the country. Thousands of students have joined the movement, but for how long can they keep it up? Some experts say the protests may fizzle out sooner than later. Why do they think so? Because most experts say the students are not being supported by the influential quarter. I'm talking about the teachers. You see, without the support of teachers, this movement cannot continue. But so far, the teachers have not backed the students. So will the students be able to sustain the movement? Only time will tell. Today we will discuss another important question. Has the government tried to break the movement? If yes, then how? And if not, why not? Before I answer that, let me tell you something about the current state of the movement. The students are still demonstrating at several places across the country. In the capital city of Dhaka, they have confined themselves to the streets around the parliament. In other cities, they have set up various committees to oversee their movement. For example, in Khulna, the protesters have formed a human shield in front of the deputy commissioner's office. In Chattagram, they are demonstrating at the city's main thoroughfare. Basically, the students are trying to keep their movement alive. But what are the chances of success? Let's discuss that. Some people feel the movement will fizzle out soon. Why do they think so? Because the students are yet to receive support from teachers. So far, only a few teachers have backed the movement. One of them was Dr. Shahbagh, Professor Emeritus of Dhaka University. He publicly supported the students' movement. Another teacher who backed them was Professor Zillur Rahman of Rajshahi University. He was the head of the university's mass media department. But these are isolated cases. The vast majority of teachers have not said anything. It's not like they don't have the power to influence the students. Of course they do, and that's why some experts believe the movement will fizzle out soon. But there are others who believe it will continue. And those people point to the fact that the students have managed to gain public support. How have they done that? Through various means. For example, online campaigns. The students are using social media to great effect. #EducationMinisterResign has been trending on Twitter. It has been viewed more than 30 million times. The students are also using social media to expose the alleged role of law enforcement officials in the January 8th violence. What else are they doing? Well, they have a slogan for their movement. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangla. It's gaining popularity among the masses. People are now using this slogan to express their solidarity with the students. Some experts believe this slogan could become the anthem of the movement. It could unite people from all walks of life. What about the role of political parties? Some believe the opposition parties will throw their weight behind the students. If that happens, the movement will grow. But if not, it will remain confined to a few campuses. Well, we will have to wait and see what the political parties decide. But one thing is clear. The students are no longer alone on the streets. They have the support of ordinary citizens. That's a big achievement in itself. Now, coming back to the first part of the show, I had a question. Has the government tried to break the movement? If yes, then how? If not, why not? Now, you yourself can answer this question. Do you see any presence of the police on the streets? The answer is no. There is no police force to be seen anywhere. Also, internet services have not been suspended. So far, the government has not resorted to any extreme step to break the movement. Does it mean they are happy with what's happening? Of course not. Every government dislikes protests. But think from the ruling party's perspective. If they crack down on the students, it will turn the entire country against them. So the Awami League is in a catch-22 situation. On one hand, they want to crush the movement. On the other, they cannot risk public backlash. So for now, they are letting the movement continue. But this does not mean they will not intervene. If the protests spiral out of control, the Awami League will not hesitate to use force. We on the show have been telling you this all along. We told you in the last episode as well. Let me repeat it once again. The patience of the government is running out. If the students do not end their protests, the Awami League will be forced to intervene. The question is, what will happen after that? Will the movement go underground, or will it continue openly? In any case, the students will suffer. That's all for today. If you like our videos, do give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.